Hey, welcome back to Breakfast Extra. It's time for us to bring you a big report for today, and we take you to Maiduguri, a city once synonymous with hardship during the height of Boko Haram's insurgency. Once marked by curfews and fear, Maiduguri is now embracing a vibrant resurgency as nightlife returns and businesses thrive. From local restaurants staying open late to bustling entertainment spots, the city is proving that resilience and hope can rebuild a community. And our very own Umaru, Kirawa, News Central's correspondent, captured this remarkable transformation in a compelling report that highlights the tenacity of Maiduguri's people and the factors driving this economic recovery. Let's take a look at this package.
An environment usually dominated by fear and uncertainty, but now residents are taking the opportunity to reclaim the vibrant social life that was once lost. One of the bustling roasted fish spots at Circular Road axis in Maiduguri has now become a hotspot for those seeking a lively atmosphere and a variety of edibles.
We give the Almighty God thanks for the security in Borno State. As you can see, in the night we do sell much. It's our busy hours. We give God the glory. Peace is coming back to Borno. In the daytime now, normally we can sell like 10, while in the evening we can even sell up to 50 pieces.
Local security forces and the popular civilian JTF and other vigilante groups working together with the Nigerian military and police have helped stabilize the region, allowing the city's social activities to flourish once more.
Alhamdulillah, naptangiliwa ya pandena buroro umia alegi. Amma andero loktu dia sa sarana mandigi kama kliwa seleda 24 hours solena mandigi kaso dia kalkalo bulandi enda.
The level of peace in Borno State, in Maiduguri particularly, is splendid. It's very lovely. Initially, you know the movement in this state, when you're walking, your shadow is a suspect. Your shadow is a suspect. But now, with the level of the effort of the state government, the movement in Maiduguri, when you are moving, even though your shadow is still following you, you are comfortable. You understand? Except if you engage yourself in unwanted activities.
Baranzalan, putunilewa tunda chaburona nilewa ba. Sara kama patro gayana kuala ndrim nilewa tin atarsa mi umentilon kala le tusenyo patro gayan. Tinda nilewa panyana na gwamnati askira ndepelena andere lokto sara awakam bai so kala ibalan.
It is that time of the year that the Igbos and other ethnic groups in Maiduguri also wine and dine to their fullest.
Unlike how it was before during the Boko Haram insurgency and the whole crisis, like Maiduguri has been a very peaceful place. You won't even believe that, like we barely have some issues because of how peaceful it is.
We are enjoying the state more than ever before. Maiduguri, in fact, Maiduguri, I don't think there is any place like Maiduguri. Maiduguri, we are doing our business never before. We are enjoying the state, honestly. Maiduguri is, there is a lot of money in Maiduguri, and Maiduguri people, they accommodate many of us here.
Because some of the local government are still affected, but there has been a tremendous success in the fight against insurgency, and we must say that the government, they are working.
Gas meat and more suya and banana juice spots have reopened to cater to the growing demand for nightlife entertainment.
I'm from Maiduguri State, Nigeria, in Soka precisely. When I was coming here, even my mother did not even allow me to come here because he said I will die, they will kill me. But I said, Mama, anywhere you are, if death come, you will go die, it's a must. So I took the courage, I came to Maiduguri, see me here today, nothing happened to me. And I bet that nothing happened to me up till I finished my school.
The peaceful environment has made things so very unique in terms of restoration of peace. And we thank God, honestly, with the way things are going, we strongly believe that normalcy have returned.
Gaskiya yanzu alhamdulillah kasuwa tana tafiya daidai yadda ake so. Mun gode wa Allah. Gaskiya idan da so samu ne gwamnati da Allah ta dan duba mu, ta dan kara mana lokaci akan wannan abu. Shine iya rokan da zamu yi a gure shi.
For so long, residents could not even think of going out at night because of the risks. But now they feel safe again, giving a sense of normalcy. In Maiduguri for News Central, Umaru Kirawa.
What an incredible look at how life is bouncing back in Maiduguri. Absolutely loved that report. It's such a good, well, feel-good report. So now, with this inspiring story, to further, well, give us more light on it, we're joined by two special guests, one of whom you have already seen, Umaru Kirawa, who himself put together that report, our News Central correspondent. Thank you very much, Umaru, for joining us. And we also have Chief Livinus Ozuamena, a local business owner in Maiduguri, who will give us, well, first-hand insight into how the post-insurgency revival has impacted businesses and also livelihood. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us this morning. First off, let me come to you. Umaru Kirawa, what were you doing when you got the inspiration for this report? Were you somewhere out at night sitting down, you know, with a bottle of, I don't know what, and just enjoying it and saying, let me do a report on resurgence of nightlife in Maiduguri? Kirawa, be honest, what were you doing?
He's allowed to, he's a single man.
Well, that report actually was inspired shortly after I trekked twice from distance location to my home after working on some reports because I observed that virtually everything is moving normal during the night hours in Maiduguri, and it might interest you to know that Maiduguri's peace is not only the absence of war, the bomb explosions, the killings, the hiding, and the running helter-skelter and the curfew, but it's the return of happiness, joy, unity, and so many other things. Because I see people on the streets, like those suya sports, the banana juice sports, and so many other goodies during the late night hours when I was trekking back home. And that really gave me the inspiration to come up with something like this. I said, if people have the guts now, if people, that fear is gradually evaporating and people go about their normal businesses. But the only problem is the curfew time, which so many of the people I interviewed complained or rather pleaded with the government. If it's possible, the government can really work out maybe modalities on increasing time for the curfew, because immediately by 10, you will not see commercial tricycles and other commercial vehicles on the streets, only private cars and so on and so forth. And even then by 11, that's the end of it. So I found it interesting because everything is seems to be going normal when compared to those days when by 6 everybody is at home, everybody is scared and so many other things. But by and large, this can be alluded to the kind of leadership provided by the government, because Alexander the Great once said that an army of sheep led by a lion is far better than an army of lion led by sheep. So it's attributed to the standing leadership of the government, because even the state governor was attacked on several occasions, is on his way to Baga to resettle communities and so many other things. But at least we are seeing light at the end of the tunnel and people are going about their normal day-to-day activities.
You talked about the government. I have to ask, right, did the government play any role, I mean, from your observation and just, you know, putting this report together, did the government play any role in this post-resurgency, this post-insurgency recovery for the city of Maiduguri?
Yes, but natural, because the government has everything in its hand, the security forces, and of course the people are law-abiding. They have to work in tune with what the government really want to ensure peace thrives. So the government really played a critical role in ensuring the return of peace, particularly the effort of the state governor. We've seen the emergence of the civilian JTF and the support the civilian JTF are getting, and of course, the massive surrender of Boko Haram fighters and ISWAP fighters who have been fighting the government for yesteryears. It's a well-known fact that Boko Haram has been enlisted for 6 consecutive years, for six consecutive terms by the Global Terrorism Index as one of the deadliest terrorist group in the world. And so I think the effort of the state government in communicating to the people in the language they understand, particularly the terrorists, for them to repent and then surrender to the government, it has really helped in the return of normal day-to-day activities in the state.
Okay. Chief Ozoemena, let's come to you, a business owner in the state. And, well, like we saw from the report, it seems like business is thriving, but it wasn't always like that. Could you give us an idea of what it was like owning a business in Maiduguri before compared to what it is like owning a business in Maiduguri currently?
Thank you, my brother. You know, Maiduguri is the most peaceful state you can live in Nigeria. If you are hearing Maiduguri is peace, home of peace, it's indeed home of peace. In spite of the insurgency, peace has returned to Maiduguri. You won't even know something happened to Maiduguri before. By the help of the state governor, the workaholic governor, Professor Umaru have done a lot in terms of security, in terms of making sure that peace returned to Maiduguri. And today, at daytime, at night, everything as usual. You wouldn't know or recognize that there is a time you cannot come out in the daytime, talk less of night. So it's just like a miracle.
Okay.
So we thank our state governor and also thank His Royal Highness Bishop Bronu, who is indeed a father and a father for all.
Okay.
So as you can see, there is peace and business is really booming.
All right, Chief Ozoemena, how did this affect businesses before? I'm talking about the insurgency. What kinds of businesses absolutely had to close down? And now that we are seeing that peace has returned, which businesses are taking off faster?
Initially, almost all business are closed down because you can't afford to come out. If you come out, you won't see anybody buying or selling. People suffered a lot. It's not easy at all. Today, all the whole business have opened. I don't think there is any business that is not booming now in Maiduguri.
All right.
We know at local government level, yes, we still have problems, but gradually the local governments are coming back. Because I can see the state governor is working towards it so that the local government can go back. In fact, most of them have gone back, but gradually things will normalize again. You know what happens to Maiduguri is not easy. Not all states can withstand it.
Let me ask you about, the businesses as well, and just the business owners, and also the reception of the people accepting this new economic boom and this new resurgence of, nightlife activities. How are the people accepting it? And also, has there been any, turbulent time, trying to get back to its past glory in terms of business?
Yes.
Was it easy?
For instance, just like my brother said earlier, there are still, we have to be security conscious, even though peace have returned. It won't be a dead job. Definitely, it will affect night business. As long as the business has to close, there is coffee by 10. So people have to obey the law. So those people doing business in the night, it will surely affect them because everybody will be trying to get back home in time and never to be involved in any arrest. Thereby, it will be affecting those people doing business in time. People selling like medicine. If there is, maybe somebody is sick in the night and you want to take that person to hospital, it's difficult because you will be avoiding the security challenges. So we appeal to the state governor if he can help to adjust it, because peace have definitely returned. He has done so much, and we acknowledge that.
Okay. Now, Chief Ozoemen, I'm going to come to you, but I also want to ask Kirawa this same question. When it comes to businesses, you find that investments have to come first. What exactly are people investing in Maiduguri currently, since after the insurgency?
Why, you want people to come and do business?
I want to do
so
business
they can
in
get business
Maiduguri if it's possible.
There we go. You should have just said,
So
what can I come
me.
and invest in? And what can I do now to get quick money?
What exactly? What can I do in Maiduguri to get quick money?
Sharp money, sharp, sharp. What do people want?
Kirawa, please, and then
telling using English.
Kirawa, please go first.
When money cannot work, we need the government to bring back industries. You know, if there are industries here, companies, people can afford to be employed, and it will reduce insecurity, because unemployment can lead to insecurity. If there are companies working here now, people can be employed, and that will help people to have something doing. You know, it's an idle man is a devil's messenger. When somebody is not doing anything, we have graduates who have graduated from school and they cannot afford to get any government employment. If there are some companies here that is working, no, they will be employed, and it will reduce poverty. So in terms of business you can do, you know, Maiduguri is known for fish, beans, all these things, they're already at work now. Formerly you cannot, but there is a place called Baga Market. That is where fish are being sold. Initially, if you go there, you won't see any fish again. But today, if you go there, you see that they are back and they're selling. Fantastic. I don't think in Maiduguri there's a place you can get a good fish like Maiduguri.
All right.
All right. Well, Umaru, do you want to add anything to what Chief Levinus Ozoemen have said?
Yes, the beauty of the return of nightlife in Maiduguri is something worth celebrating, which we are celebrating now. And you know, the journey of 1,000 miles is often said that it begins with a step. Now that we are enjoying relative peace and businesses thriving in the night hours, particularly up to 10 p.m. in the night, the appeal to the government now is to look into the possibilities of extending or adjusting the time so that businesses can really thrive and people can enjoy the good days of Maiduguri, where people like Chief Levinus, it might even interest you to know that he is in Maiduguri for over 40 years doing business here in the state. So it's the adjustment of time for the curfew is a clarion call which many are doing. It will really help. We know that the state government is really doing enough, and the state government, when the chief of army staff met him during his first median visit to Maiduguri, said that the government plans to resettle more communities, more towns and villages, particularly strategic towns, strategic villages in the state. So this will really help in improving the well-being, improving the peace status of the state, because Borno is recovering in fast pace and people are really picking up the pieces of their lives. And if you come to Borno, I assure you, anybody, I'm not trying to do any PR to the government. We are saying the reality. Borno has really changed over time. Things have changed and people are enjoying it, and businesses are really thriving in the state.
It's not PR for the government. We actually did feel the feel-goodness of that report, and that's why we chose to actually have it here on Breakfast Extra. Thank you very much, Kirawa, and thank you very much, Chief Ozoemen. Thank you very much. I wanted to say, Kirawa, regarding the report, the one scene that I really loved was the guy that talked about the shadow being the suspect. Absolutely loved it. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. I appreciate you for doing this with us, guys. We're going to a short break, and we come back on the other side. We'll continue with your favorite Breakfast Extra. Stay here.